Okay, so today we're gonna learn how to create stairs and roof in Revit. First, we're gonna create a second floor of our house, and then we're gonna create stairs from the first floor to the second. And finally, we're gonna establish our roof. So let's switch to Revit. Here is a model you got from your lab 2. So we got the first floor, and for the second floor, we basically got the similar components, like the wall, windows, and also the floor. So the easiest way to do it, so we can copy the components from the first floor. So for example, let's go to our L1 floor plan views. And you can select all your elements here. And then there's a filter. So what we want to copy, we want to copy columns, not dimensions. And we can copy doors, not floors. So basically, we wanted to copy 4 components: columns, doors, walls, and windows. And then click OK. And now you can see there is a panel here. Copy to clipboard. And let's click it. And now you can see the paste. And open the drop-down menu. And we choose Align to select the labels. And we want to copy to label 2. And choose OK. And now if you go to the 3D view, you can see what you just copied from level 1. So this is a quick way to create your second floor. Well, we don't have the floor here, right? So we need to create our structure floor and architecture floor for the second floor. So let's go to L2. And structure. Floor. So what we want is an 8 inches floor, but now we only got 12 inches. So we can do a similar thing we did in lab 2. We can copy one, duplicate, change the name to 8 inches. And also remember to change the thickness here. And click OK. So now we got a new type of the floor. And we can choose rectangular here and draw the floor for level 2. From one corner to another corner. And click the check mark. Every time when they ask, do you want to touch your floor, we can just click attach. And now you can see we have our structure floor for our second floor. So similar to the first floor, we can do some architectural floor here. And to do that, we need to first make some negative offset of our floor. So we can do the negative 1 inch. I accidentally click the drawing. Yeah, so now we got a negative 1 inch offset. And now go to L2. We can create our architecture floor. So you can use your imagination and based on preference, you can create a carpet here for all the areas, or you can create a new material. So for example, I can duplicate this carpet. Maybe I want as a wood. Okay, and we can change the material here. So I can choose, you can choose whatever you prefer and click OK. So use the rectangular again from corner to corner. Click the check mark, attach, and now you got your architectural floor. Also, you can put different materials for different areas, like you did in Lab 2. So now we can do some changes to floor 2. So for example, if you want to change your Windows type, you want to create a new fancy window here, you can do that. And also there are some unreasonable elements here. For example, you don't need a garage door in your second floor, right? So we can delete it. Also, you don't want to get out of your house from your second floor. So delete. And now you can put the windows here. So if you want to put more like fancy windows, you can go to Insert tab and load more Autodesk family. So make sure you are in Imperial. And let's check Windows. So for example, I can load this type of window. And then if you go to Window, you can see the window you just loaded in. And we can go to L2 View. And put our window here. You can also choose different size. And you can check it in your 3D view. If this location is too high for you, you can change the seal height to 1 maybe. So you can do whatever you like for your second floor, but please keep your first floor as it is. And also in the Insert tab, load the Autodesk family. Still make sure it's Imperial here. And we can put furnitures. So for example, I want to put a sofa in the living room. This one, or maybe a TV, a coffee table, or anything else, anything you like. And click load. And let's go to L2 view. So you can check all the furniture components you loaded here in architecture and component, and choose place a component. And now you can see the things you just loaded in. So we got TV. You can put anywhere you like. So maybe here. And a table. Also the sofa. So you can click space in your keyboard to flip the directions. And then we can check in our 3D view. So you can do some decorations for your second floor, just based on your preference. This is our first exercise and also one part of your assignment. So you can do changes to your second floor. You can even move the walls, make a balcony, whatever you like. And now we got our second floor, but we cannot access to it from the first floor. So now we need to create our stairs. So go to L1 view. And architecture, you can see there is a stair here. And in the properties, there are some default types of stairs, and we choose the cast in place stair. And after you choose it, you can see there are many parameters for it, like the base level, top level, and also the offset. So we need to make sure it's from level 1 to level 2. And also there are other elements, such as your desired number of your stairs, and also your actual tread depths. So we can leave it as default. In the slides, we have some explanation of its parameters. If you're interested, you can take a look. Like how it got its numbers here, and also the numbers here. So for us, we can just make sure we got the constraint correct and leave the other parameters. And now if you move your mouse here, you can see you can draw your stairs here. So you can choose a start point anywhere you like still. So for example, we choose here. And now you move your mouse down and you can see there's numbers here, like how many razors left. So we have 18. And just go down here and click it. You can also flip the change the dimensions, the widest, the width, but do not change the length because we got 18 razors. It's not should be changed. And now you can click check mark. If you go to your 3D view, you cannot see it because it was hidden by the walls. There is an easy way to see it. So go to your 3D view. You can go to here to your default 3D view. And then in the properties, you can locate there is a section box. So let's turn it on. And now you can see there's box around your buildings. And when you choose it, there are different arrows here. which you can use to cut your house. So for example, if I move it here a little further, so now you can see a section of your house. And you can see the stairs we just created. You can also flip the directions. So if you go to L1 and choose your stairs, and if you click this arrow, flip, and if you go to 3D view, the direction is changed. Okay, we can change it back. Okay, now we got a stair, but still we cannot access to the second floor because the floor, we need to do something with the floors. So first we cut a hole for the architectural floor. It will be easier if you choose your floor here and then go back to your second floor and do the editing. Because if you are in your floor plan view, it's really hard to choose your floor. And if you use this, you're gonna choose the grids also. So go to your 3D view, choose your architectural floor, and go back to your L2 floor plan view. And click Edit Boundary. We should in L1 view, it's gonna be better. Okay, so make sure you're in L1 view. And then we can use the rectangular to draw the shape of the hole we want to create. So from this corner to this corner, the shape of the stairs. And click the check mark. And click Attach. So now you can see we cut our architectural floor. So we can do the same for our structural floor. Select the structure floor and go to L1. Click Edit Boundary. Do the same thing. From corner, corner. And click the check mark. Attach. So now you can see we have the access to the second floor. Well, it's pretty dangerous, right? You can fall from your second floor just from this stairs here. So we need to add some railings. Yep. So still we go to second floor. And if you go to architecture, you can see there's a railing. And we choose sketch path. And we use the line to draw the path of our railing. So let's see which way we want. Okay, we want from here to here to here, right? So let's go to L2. From here to this side. And to here. Okay, so there's a warning here. The line must be a single connected sketch. So the problem is I have two lines here as they're not connected with each other. So this is not allowed in Revit. So let's create a line here. Make sure they're connected. And now we choose the check mark and check our view in our 3D view. So now you can see we got the railings for our second floor. Also, you can change the type of your railings. So if you choose it, and in the properties, you can change it. Like glasses, this looks better. Or any other types. This is not nice. Yeah, like this one. So you can choose whatever you want. Just make sure it's reasonable. So this is your second part of your assignment. You need to create a stair from your first floor to the second floor and add the railings for it. Finally, we're gonna do the roof. So if you don't want to see this box here, you can just turn this off. In the properties section box, and now you go back. So now we need the roof. The roof should be in the level 3, right? You can see from here, level 3. So let's go to level 3. And in the architecture, you can see the roof here. So we use the first one, roof by footprint. And similar to other components, when you're in the drawing status, you can choose different ways to draw it. So normally we use pick walls, but we cannot see any walls here, right? The reason is similar to the situation when we are creating the wall footings. So this is because of the view range, right? So let's create the model here and click the properties and view range. We are in level 3, so we cannot see anything below it. We can change the range. So for example, I change it to -1 foot and also the view depth. Okay, and click apply. Now you can see we can see the walls and click OK. And now we go to the roof by footprint and use this one, pick walls. This is a faster way and easier way to do it. So when you are picking the wall, make sure you pick the outer face of the wall. So it should be this lines instead of the interior walls. The outer face. And now you see we have 4 purple lines. And this is the slope of your roof. You can change it later. But now let's just finish and see what it looks like. Click OK. And go to your 3D view. So we got this hip roof here. So we mentioned that we can change the slope. So if you choose it, and in the properties, you can see the slope here. You can change it to 3. And now you can see it's more flat. Or you can just drag the arrow here to change the slope. But normally we will have a more concise number. You can change it here. Let's get back to L3 view and choose the roof, edit the footprint. So you see they had this floor. We have the slopes for 4 sides of the roof. What if we change like only 2 of them have it? So if we choose this one and also this one, you can use Control in your keyboard to choose both of the lines. And turn this off. Define slope. So now you see the triangle here disappeared because there's no slope here. And let's click OK. Go to 3D view. Now you see we got different shape of the roof. And now we want to connect our walls with our roofs, right? So the way we do it is we click the wall first. And then you can see there is a attach, top, and base. We click it. And then we choose the item we want to attach, which is the roof in our case. And now the wall is attached with the roof. So we just do the same thing for the another wall. Attach with the roof. Okay. So still, let's go back to L3 and choose the roof, edit footprint. So what if I only have one side has a slope? So let's also uncheck this. So now there's only one side, we have slope here. And let's see what's gonna happen. So now we got something like this. It's a shared roof. So similarly, we can attach a wall to the roof. And now you can put like more windows here. So finally, I think you can guess that we can also uncheck this one. And it's just gonna be a flat roof. So this is one way to do the roof. And another way we can do like different shape of roofs. So what if I want a roof which is curved? So let's delete this one first. And let's go to L3. Okay, so in the roof architecture, roof, there is another method here, roof by extrusion. So if you click it, gonna pop up a window here. And we use the pickup plane. And click OK. And now it asks you to choose a plane here. And we choose this wall here, okay? And another window gonna pop up. And we choose south. Open the view. And we want to create our roof in level 3. So this is basically our south elevations view. And now we can create the shape we want to use for our roof. So for example, if I want a curved roof, can use this one, the arc, and choose the first point, also the second point. And now you can move your mouse to decide your angle here. So I want something like this. And you can click Escape on your keyboard to finish the drawing. And click the check mark. And let's see what it look like. So see, this is the shape we draw in the south elevation view, right? And now you got this kind of curved. And now we can attach our walls to the roof. Same with with before. And also you can modify your windows. And make it looks nicer. You can add another one here if you want. So basically it's covered all the slides. So this is the last part of your assignment. You need to create a roof. You can choose which type you like. There's no specific constraint for it. And for the assignment 2, still you got all the elements you create in your level 1. So all the following assignments gonna establish based on the previous assignments. And then you have 3 most important components we created in this lab. The second floor, which contains all the columns, walls, windows, doors, and floors. You can choose whatever types you like, whatever materials you like. And also you need to build a stairs and railings for your second floor, from your first floor to second floor. And finally, you need to create a roof for it. Also, no restriction for your tab. You can create like this or like this. Anything you like. Okay, so you can use your imagination and enjoy your Revit. If you have any questions, just come to the lab and I'll be there for answer your questions.